That's the best map analysis we've had all day.
That's
Well
why I'm
done.
here, boys.
Well done. Yes, very, very nicely done. Well, keep in mind this is a winners matchup, so the winner advances on. They've made it to Saturday. They're going to be battling for a part of that $1 million. The loser, not out yet. They get one more chance to move on. But of course, they've got to face another tough opponent to do so. And then we will know all of the folks that are entering out of Group B. And it looks like we are ready to get this game started. So let's shoot it to the casters.
Thank you very much, Marcus and the gang. Zoot, I got to pressure you for your prediction.
I'm in a similar boat to ZSX. My heart or my mind, I'm not sure which way to go, but I think Notofast probably will eke it out. Maybe 51 out of 100 times.
Well, let's see whether that proves true. First frag will go against Deus there in the hands of Mr. Avalone, and then we'll see a whole bucket full of frags coming through the middle there.
Absolutely, Sol's being taken. It looks like Notofast are going to be able to lock it down towards Obelisk B. That is Toxjq, and we were talking about him a lot earlier. Hopefully, we'll get to see. Well, he has actually got the lightning gun now, so let's see if he can get into a fight and start dishing out that damage. Quad damage will be up soon, and how much damage will he get right now?
Well, right on cue. Yeah, right on cue. He does all the damage to 3 straight people. Quad's going to get picked up as well, and it's Noctis who has it.
Noctis again, he is the Anarchy player, exclusively for the Notofast team. There is the Sol taken down at the bottom, trying to find something to do to support, but it looks like all of the enemy team have been wiped, so they're going to be entering through the lower and the upper. Noctis looking with the quad to get some extra damage out, but I think the Defendants are kind of relaxing a bit and are trying to wait to time an attack.
And here they go now. A few rockets being rained down by Tox here as he tries to stop anyone coming through. And there are going to be Too Good with a double frag there. And will get himself and his team away with the Soul. And opportunity for Deus to run that Soul away. Here's someone shooting down the back, picks up 225s, hops out of harm's way, but is going to make it to his team's base. And then eventually will go down at the hands of Toxjq. But great run from Deus.
Yeah, perfect run. Managed to get away, strafing to the left and right to dodge a little bit, and getting a few percentage points on the Obelisk as well. Going to be pressured as well. We've got 2 dinosaurs fighting each other, both in-game and outside, I'm sure. And Noctis now going to be able to bring it back over to Obelisk B. Gets the health bubbles, a great rocket jump, and just demonstrating the speed potential with Anarchy.
Nice move from him, and he will set himself up to defend against the incoming Defendant who pushes through. As there are in fact 2 players there. Too Good with the rails, slices Noctis and Haas. Fazz picks himself up 2 frags for his Trololo, and there will be the next. It's Tox and LG. I think the panel set Mr. Quick up perfectly for this, as we are seeing a lot of him. And Stermy not too shabby with it either, he never was. He was a fantastic hit scam player. And you'll see Stermy on point as well. So, 57% on the board already for Notofast.
Let's see this protection about to be taken. It's up in 2 seconds' time. Who's going to be braving that jump across here on Lockbox? And I think we see it there. There's the magic picking up. No, Ranger. And is that av3k that possibly would have grabbed it just then? And he has got it. He's going to kill himself, going to pass it over to Deus. And he's going to be able to get a run of it and try to make an attack out of this. We've got all the Notofast players starting to move towards that base. He's going to take that upper entrance, and he has got support there from teammate. Well, his teammate's just going down. Right, he's just got to do nothing. He's trying to make something out of it, but it's just not worked out at all. This is really dominant from Notofast.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a heart versus head type of result. This looks like an absolute battering. And, well, Notofast are in control of this, 93% to 12, and they will lose their soul momentarily in the hands of av3k, and av3k will get away and run into trouble. And it's going to be rockets waiting for him, showing the shape of Stermy, who picks up that. Fazz has himself a frag as well, and in the end, Stermy kills himself. Fazz helps himself to another, and the soul will be collected and will be returned home.
Yeah, I see the Krysa trying to look for a good wound. There is going to be Tox right in front of him. 19 health left. He is going to be able to get onto the Obelisk first. Needs to heal up a little bit, as that injection is not going to be up for a while. I think the first rocket went through the legs, but he landed the next one directly.
Now it will be Soul picked up. Noctis is going to be the one to escort it. He's got 2 players there for him. There's 1 LG player waiting to try and take it out, but 1 versus 3 and another 1 versus 3 waiting for him. And you can see the Defendants not really in unison. as Toxjq will move it away, put that soul down, and now should just about take control of this and see us home.
So there is a last attack here from the Defendants. It is at 99%. If Notofast can eliminate them all, then they should be able to see themselves get that first round. We have got Too Good pressuring a little bit more. Deus bringing it back over to the point. And there is av3k. He just gone down as well. Is there going to be enough time?
Well, the soul
Just
has been
about.
picked up. What I liked there was whoever picked it up went underneath to avoid the gunfight entirely, and then got himself involved when was ready. But there it is, the 100% is up, and it will be map number 1 to Notofast, and to Notofast, and that really was quite fast.
Yeah, it was actually, and I feel that maybe my prediction was maybe slightly ambitious in favor of the Defendants. I honestly do still feel that they've got the capabilities to pressure Notofast a lot more than they are at the moment, but that was definitely demonstrated very, very easily from Notofast. I wonder though if they're going to be able to do the same again here, moving into round 2 and just pick up that first easy map.
Well, I'm going to ask you the question I asked you last time. What should they do differently?
Well, I think that some of the aim that we've been seeing from Notofast has been absolutely extreme. The coordination is generally what it all comes down to, and who is going to be succeeding in the midst of the chaos happening on the map. And that is Noctis bringing it back for Notofast at the beginning. They were first on the obelisk before, and first again. Now let's see how the defender. It'll be interesting to understand how they are coordinating themselves between the different routes they've got into obelisk B's base.
Quad picked up there and will be moved away. Toxjq and Noctis both have a frag. Quad's on board here and will be moved quickly. Reinforcements, not really there. Toxjq mown down though in the end, and now reinforcements are there to escort that quad in, and let's see whether it can be used. Fazz gets picked off as well, and the soul has been taken. It's been dropped though, and now there's an opportunity to move with the quad to get that out of there, and 3 players lining in wait though for it.
Yeah, look at that. They're lining right in the middle of where they need to go in order to bring it back to obelisk A. And then there's just no way forward from them. Let's see who's got the obelisk at the moment. I think Notofast did pick it up last. They're going to throw it inches closer to the base. And that's it. They respawned on the other side of the map. And they're just lining up. They said, right, I'm going to pick up the lightning gun. I'm going to pick up any kind of armor there is. And now it gives Defendants the job that they've got to wipe the team again in order to clear the way to the base.
Stermy having a party with his rail, picks up 3 frags, and then more for him as he just reins in from afar, sniping away, and will look for number 4, has just placed the soul back in as well, and he will use that and just sit himself down and try to pick up anyone coming in.
Gauntlet coming in as well. There's going to be a frag, but Too Good manages to escape a little bit, runs into the dinosaur, and you're not going to be able to walk through that. Fazz delivering it back safely. Injection just used by Krysa.
Stermy now has 5 unanswered frags as he goes looking for number 6. Has reinforcements to help him here as well as he's gauntleting out. Deus goes down. The next opportunity for the rail will go through. Stermy is on fire here. I think that's 7 or 8 unanswered from him.
Okay, who can stop this absolute monster? He's got 20 seconds until his ability's up, but he might keep a hold of that until we approach that power-up spawning soon. And again, you can see at the top when those abilities are available for all the players on the server. And at the moment, you can see that you've got 3 abilities available for Defendants. There are 2 there for Notofast. And I think Quad there was just taken by one of the teammates just then, and we can see, I see a Sorlag with it, it's Deus.
Deus picks himself up the frag onto Fazz, and now is raining shots down. See whether one of his teammates can get in, and Stermy will help himself. I think he might be in double digits now as Krysa goes down. Finally, Deus gets that kill, and in it will go. He will toss that, Deus will toss that soul out, and will pass it to his teammate, then look to guard his teammate, but who's left alone? Noctis is the one leading that charge.
Yeah, they managed to take down Krysa. He was trying to run away, use that Anarchy speed, but Noctis gonna bring it back. They just chased him completely. As soon as they spot one of the Defendants players escaping, they're coordinating flawlessly in order to get everyone to chase. And this even is a Defendants map pick. And you can see what Notofast are doing. They're 86% to 0 at the moment. The first round didn't seem too difficult, and this one seems even easier for them.
Well, there's a lot of experience. Well, there's a lot of experience on both teams, but this Notofast team, they really have more stage experience than I think any team you could put together right now. And that may be what's aiding this. They are warmed up and ready to go. They got in a couple days ago, and they just look so comfortable and so at home. And they have been practicing all morning. Both teams have been. You know, they've got plenty of areas to warm up and get warm for this, but
Definitely, they've had a match each as well to really to get used to everything, get used to the environment. And we are going to get a few percentage points. So we're not going to get the 100 to 0 that I thought we were about to receive. Deus doing some work for his team, trying to wipe away that Notofast team for the moment. And as you can see at the top left, we are seeing the blue names on top. We have got the power up there in 5 seconds. It is going to be protection support. This could be very, very decisive. If Notofast get this, then I don't think Defendants will last too much longer. And it's Stermy with it.
here we go. We are on board with him as he leads that charge through. And Obelisk A is being contested, and the soul has been taken. Stermy will be the man to run that home with the protection that should just push him all the way home to that obelisk, as he will take care of one other person on the way. It's Krysa who goes down at the hand of those 2 rockets, and Stermy in the end will push that obelisk in.
Got just a couple of seconds left on protection. This should give one more chance to the Defendants to have an attack onto Obelisk B. There is going to be Stermy going down. A couple of frags going in favor of Defendants, but they need to get the pressure. There's thrown. Deus is right in position in order to receive it. He's going to be strafing across. There is a teammate getting, sorry, an opponent getting in the way, but he passes it to the next player. This should enable them to get it back to base. Doing very well to survive through the protection that Stermy had.
Yeah, on board with Fazz as the Defendants do push up a last gasp defense. They've got points being scored on the board now, and we're on board with Fazz as he mows through one. Stermy will help out with the frag onto Deus as well. Fazz on 2 good, and now that soul has been stolen, and Defendants 42% will be all they can muster. This could be the end for the Defendants on this map.
Some nice rockets being worked on this then, and we've got pressure once more. Deus again doing amazingly for his team. It would be seriously impressive if the Defendants could bring it back when I believe Notofast are on 99%. There we are, Krysa trying to bring it back. There is Tox getting in the way. He's trying to do some damage at the moment. The pummel trying to come out, but he is killing almost everybody. Noctis eventually takes him down. Was solo, but uses that injection and trying to run over to middle.
It's too good from behind, he gets picked up. Oh! Triple gauntlet, too good, yes, in the back, all wiped out. And that is going to be that. Surely now, as Notofast have got the 100%. And what a way to finish a map.
Tox with the triple pummel closing that one out. That was impactful just there. Just as it looked like even the Defendants were starting to build their confidence in that round a little bit. Yeah, I think Tox will be pretty chuffed with that.
There is the token snooze from a Swede on camera there. It wouldn't be an event without seeing that from a Swedish player.
Yeah, he's topping up right now and exactly bringing some culture over here.
Let's take a look at what Stermy had to offer in that game. He was on fire. Walk us through this, Zook.
Yeah, I mean, it's just him with the rails. I know that he's been feeling not so confident on this most recent update, but when you're watching him over here, it just seems like it's too easy for him. He's been so famous throughout his career from just having unbelievable hit scan aim.
Yeah, we didn't have the, we don't have the stats quite in front of us, but I'm pretty sure he went 10 frags unanswered, and he just sat back with that rail and offered like long-range defense and picked off player after player, allowing the rest of his team to get up close and personal. Nice play from Mr. Avalone.
Absolutely. Now let someone else get some of that time on the kill feed as well.
Can actually say, that can actually be proven, that could actually be true, because boy, have there been some headlines about that young man.
Yeah, well, now that he's in Virtus Pro as well, unfortunately his best buddy Cypher not been able to make it to the event, but he's been taken on board the Virtus Pro team, representing it in Duel, and of course his history is just enormous. And it's not just in Duel as well, he is phenomenal in the team play aspects and doing just incredible things. Looks like we are live now though in map number 2 on Ruins between the Defendants and Notofast. And let's see how we head into the action. Moving over to the first soul.
There we go, a few rockets being dropped down by who's there, and see everyone lining up, waiting for it.
Oh, Krysa is just waiting there with the pummel, and Stermy did not survive long out of that invisibility. That is going to be the Defendants though, bringing it back to the lower obelisk and getting themselves on the board early.
Much needed confidence boost for them. Stermy gets dropped as he tries to make his way in there, and the Defendants will edge up a few percentage points. And this is the first little bit of pressure we'll have felt on Notofast.
That's it. And but with the power-up spawning very soon afterwards, we have got the quad that's been taken. And let's see if this is going to have an impact. av3k now looking to defend. Got to be careful though, because Notofast already getting their hands on that soul. He doesn't want to be chasing too far behind. As you can see, it's pretty much over at the other obelisk already. I think he might have even gone the wrong way, where he's not been able to intercept.
But here is av3k dealing a heck of a lot of damage. Nice 160 rocket there. Can he do any more with that LG? He's going to push his way in. And he and his teammates have picked up that soul and will move it away.
Stermy now trying to do a little bit of pressure. Can't hit that rail. There's a nice dodging and maneuver just then from Krysa. And he's going to finish that frag onto Stermy. Pressure coming back though from Toxjq. Will die pretty rapidly though.
Defendants have recovered and added a full 10%, if not more, on top of that, on top of their percentage, and now the soul will be removed from them. It's on board with Noctis, who doesn't have a whole lot of health for comfort, but has been able to put it in for Notofast, and this is a nice tip-for-tap map so far.
Yeah, this is decent. This is more like it at the moment. The Defendants getting some work done, but now is can they take it back from Notofast? They've just had a heap of frags from them, and we've still got quite a long time until that protection is going to be up. You want to make sure you're interrupting the progress on the obelisk quite a bit before then.
Rockets being delved by Stermy here as he and friend Noctis will dispatch of Mr. Harding. Deus goes down as well, and now you will have that LG coming out from Noctis as he dances around that obelisk, and the soul has been picked up by Toxjq, in fact, who will return it. I thought it was av3k who was trying to move that away, but Toxjq has pushed it down, and now Toxjq and his LG will dispatch. No, they won't. Deus will get in there, and the two of them are right on top, and will take that soul and toss it away.
Now, at this point, there shouldn't be too much of a focus on the soul anymore. They've done a great job at bringing it back to base and interrupting the progress that Notofast have had, but you have got to get over to the protection at the moment. Fazz and Toxjq have been doing amazing work, and they look like they're about to secure it, but Krysa comes in with some pressure. I think we had Deus there struggling to make it over the eyeball, but av3k will do work for the Defendants. And let's see what he can do. This is, cannot say how important it is. Is that, he just passed the soul carrier.
Yeah, I think the soul carrier is just staying out of view right now. Nice idea. It's
I like it.
It's like, well, if I can't be found, then there's nothing you can do. And why not? Why not play with three whilst someone like av3k has this power up?
He's still hugging the wall over there, I think. I'm not sure who's holding it. It's Tox is just standing there. He's like, is the protection done now, guys? Am I allowed to leave? I've got a bit of a stack, but...
Why not? I think this is an excellent idea.
The Defendants are not going to have fun watching this back. Let me just put it that way. They were just moved right past him. And Tox is waiting. He's like, guys, seriously, have you killed him at last? We need to see something. There we are. He's going to be moving a little bit. He makes it out. The obelisk seems to be cleared up. We've got a bit of pressure over there from Deus, but nothing that Tox can't handle at this stage. Man, I like it.
In a new game, there are going to be a lot of those little quirks that you can manipulate to your advantage, and that's exactly what he did. And now he and his LG go on a little rampage, and we're almost up to 50% for Notofast.
I want to say as well, this is a bit maybe what Team Liquid could learn on a little bit. The amount of patience is there from Tox. He's like, he knows that, you know, there's no timer telling him that he's got to get it to the obelisk within 3 seconds, otherwise he's going to implode. He just was patient, made sure that the protection was useless, and eventually carried that soul back to base.
Now if you borrow, and there we go, Fazz will push in a frag there, and a soul will get picked up momentarily, tossed across, and let's see whether it gets anywhere. Rockets being rained in. Krysa in the end gets it, but I think it was Deus who was moving it. Krysa has that obelisk in position now, and he should be able to put some points on the board. To quote DDK earlier, he said the game's about pace, and if you can control that pace, then you can control the match, and 9 times out of 10 you'll win. Although he didn't use any of those words that I've just summarized with. The point that he was making was very much what you saw Toxjq play out there.
Yeah, completely. And that's going to be a frustration as well for the Defendants. But let's see, we've got Obelisk up at the top of the map, gathering those points, and now it's got av3k. He's got to put some pressure down, but he needs some teammates with him. There's going to be too good in front of him. Trying to get that frag over there, eventually getting enough damage done. But he needs to be able to support that soul carrier. There he is.
Soul Calibur is moving away. Soul Carrier is moving away. av3k will push his way through, and it will be an opportunity now for av3k to rain a few rockets in. He and his teammate will dispatch of 2 quick players there from Notofast. And the Defendants are trying to regain a 25% disadvantage right now and have the soul in the obelisk to do so.
Now, considering they're now playing on Notofast map pick, they're doing an exemplary job at the moment of getting things done. Trying to clear away all the people coming close. Noctis looking for a pummel frag. I think that's Tox. He got the soul away. He's passed it over. Oh, okay. Too good. Just blocking the teleporter exit just with the pummel. I think Fazz is thinking twice about moving through that teleporter.
Yeah, and you can see Fazz now waiting, and in the end, it's Krysa will come in and pick him off. Too good follows up with a rail onto Stermy. And the soul is gonna... It was going to make its way over towards Krysa, but it hasn't done so yet. And now that soul has been passed to av3k, and av3k's going to get himself involved in the fighting here as he will return it back into its position on the obelisk. And more points will go up onto the defendants here. They're going to tie us up any second now. And this is the closest game we've had all morning.
No, this is amazing work at the moment from defenders, but we just had, I think that was Tox sneaking away with the soul just before they were able to tie it up. And we have got a couple of the players in the way, but look at that. We've got the protection up, and very few of the Notofast players are around. Stermy, though, I think he's a bit early. He's meant to use that Ghost Walk and appear just in time for the power-up. It doesn't seem to matter. It turned out there were even fewer defendant players.
Yeah, here we go. Stermy and his LG do dispatch of Deus, and now Stermy will go to work on number 2. I think it was too good he did. And now he will just rain rockets after rockets down in on that base and move it away. And Stermy is on fire this morning. We'll see what they can do as we're up to 90% for Notofast.
I think that's a very sort of plain and simple error to spot. The power-up play from defenders cost them a huge amount of points on Notofast Obelisk. And they've just got to defend a couple more times. They need to start pressuring the point a little bit, but it's too late. 100%. Notofast looking great here in map 2.
Yeah, walk me through what happened there, because that really was a match-winning play, or a map-winning play there by Stermy on that power-up. Walk me through the 30 seconds we saw.
So it looked like on the setup that we had a couple of the defendant players that were looking very promising in terms of positioning themselves at the power-up. Now Stermy comes in, and a couple of seconds later has support from a teammate, and they managed to clear basically the whole room. And there was not enough pressure from the defendants on that protection, which it causes things like that to happen in the game. You get that, the soul on your obelisk, you get those extra points, and it was enough to carry Notofast into that round win.
Well, we are about to get underway once more. And the soul is ready to rock, as we can see this Fazz moving it up into position and into obelisk A.
Yeah, they elected the other obelisk on this occasion, maybe due to ease, maybe due to the defendants on the other side of the map, basically, and didn't want to have to walk past them. They might as well get points. Points mean prizes, especially here.
Don't think you can cope Bruce Forsyth this week.
My apologies.
All right, let's see. It'll be av3k now charging them. There's a rail waiting for him. Don't think it connected. Noctis goes down, but then another rail does. It's Stermy, and Stermy has 2. Too good is out for the count as well. And we'll see Fazz helping him out as well. Krysa is the man who's in there, and he gets picked off by Fazz. Deus is down, and this is just frag after frag for Notofast.
Yeah, very decent play from them for the moment. We've got a bit of pressure there from Too Good. Eventually gets their soul out, 31% for Notofast, but going to be dragging it back to base. I've got some pressure, and not too much they can deal with. They're just waiting for that quad to time out, and that's when they're going to be able to bite. But I love the forward plays we're getting from the defendants, and actually taking the pressure to them, and forcing the action.
Too good. Stuck with a rail in the wrong position for it. And now you'll see Deus going in looking for more with his LG, and did a lot of damage to whoever it was who picked him off. It was Tox in the end, and Krysa finished off Tox as Noctis picks himself up a kill onto av3k, and now Too Good will go no further than Stermy. Fazz helps himself to a kill as well. And here we go. The soul is changing hands.
Yeah, I can see Fazz doing some great work with the lightning gun, and looking to bring it back. Fazz, 100 HP, waiting for his teammates to clear the way. And it looks like it's no problem. Oh, 12 health. There was actually a little bit of extra damage at the end. But that's perfect work for Notofast. And I like that Fazz was just checking and making sure, okay, are you sure, guys, I can come through? I'm not going to be railed at all. He is playing Soul Ag after all, which is an easy target.
Yeah, and you can see Stermy in that rail just loves holding the middle area, just sniping anyone who goes up and down those jump pads, and he will not let anyone out easily. And they have to almost dedicate a man to finding him before they can get in. Soul on board with Toxic now.
The LG damage that he's doing, he does get the acid onto him, which will eventually take him down, but you give him half a second of the lightning gun and he is going to be making business happen. We've got Too managing to bring it back to the point, but the question at the moment is who's got protection. It is Stermy. He needs to stop getting distracted by Deus, because Deus there, all he's doing is removing valuable seconds. But you know what? You don't even need protection when you got Tox.
Yeah. And now Stermy will move from trying to help Tox out, getting into defending his own base. And there's no one coming near Stermy at the moment.
Yeah, they've completely ignored protection. Stermy's actually been quite passive with it, but I think in a really intelligent way. Now we've got pressure from av3k at the moment, trying to clear the way. What you got to watch out for, okay, brilliant, you've done an excellent job at infiltrating the base, but now you've got to watch out, where are the spawns going to be coming from? Where are you going to have to look out for when you're trying to carry the soul back to your own obelisk?
Yeah, Soul changes hands a few times. Noctis picks up the frag onto av3k, and now you will see incoming Deus trying to clean up, but it's not happening for them at 59% for Notofast, and the Defendants are contesting, but they're not contesting the scoreboard enough.
Yeah, we're only 35% away from series victory over here, and direct access to the semi-finals on Saturday. Tox blocking off this choke point nicely. They're not going to be running in through this side. Top middle entrance, and now Tox, he's got the shotgun, he's got the rail. No LG at the moment, but you know what? Starting shotgun seems almost enough for him to get all the work done over here. Rail down, going to have to retick the time on the obelisk, and he's just going to move in with the pummel. Almost gets the frag. Shotgun does some damage, and I think they just brought it back as well.
They did, and you can see that they're so preoccupied by what's waiting outside the base as they're trying to pick up that soul that they're unable to get it out with any real time. And here we go, will be Noctis, the raining rockets down. Enemy does pick up that soul and toss it out. Noctis is going to be the one to chase it. Raining rockets again down onto whoever gets out there. It was Krysa who was there, and they're going to quickly return that obelisk to that soul to the obelisk. We have just 4% left before Notofast take this game.
He's got to go, 99% at the moment. He's got his teammates on it. Now he's got to clear the way. He's got to do all the work he can. He's getting railed from everywhere. And the Mega, he wants to give that to one of the teammates. I think that's Krysa, who's got the soul, got the quad, and should be bringing it back any second.
And this should be an opportunity, or the last gasp opportunity to save this, as it will be Notofast to push it home. Krysa is in there, going to contest, but isn't going to get any further. We're up to 100%, and that will be, well, no defense for the Defendants.
No, indeed. I mean, right at the end, it looked like we had a great power-up taken. They were all